Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, released in 2003 for the PS2, is a cult classic that redefined dungeon-crawling JRPGs with its dark atmosphere, punishing difficulty, and deep demon fusion system. Here are some of the most fascinating facts about this iconic game. The first fully 3D SMT game, Nocturne was the first Shin Megami Tensei title to use full 3D models and environments, which marked a major shift from the series' previous first-person dungeon crawlers. 2. The infamous hard-type mod was almost official. The Maniacs re-release, which added Dante from Devil May Cry, also tweaked difficulty. The fans later created the brutal hard-type mod, which became so popular that Atlus referenced it in later games like SMT5's Merciless mode. 3. The protagonist was almost a woman. Early concept art featured a female lead, but Atlus opted for a gender-neutral design, the Demi-Fiend, to better fit the game's themes of rebirth and transformation. 4. The press turn system debuted here. Nocturne introduced the press turn battle system, where exploiting weaknesses granted extra turns, a mechanic still used in modern SMT and Persona games. 5. Matador is the unofficial gatekeeper. The tough boss known as Matador early in the game is infamous for walling unprepared players. His high agility and red capote move, which buffs evasion, forces players to master the press turn system or perish. 6. The soundtrack was recorded with a live orchestra. Shoji Meguro's haunting score used live strings and choir vocals, a rarity in the PS2 era at the time. Tracks like Forced Battle remain fan favorites. 7. The true demon ending requires obscure choices. To unlock the hardest and most rewarding ending, players must 1. Refuse all philosophical reason paths. 2. Collect all Magatama. And 3. Defeat Lucifer himself in an optional super fight that is one of the toughest known in the series. 8. Dante was a last-minute addition. The Maniacs version replaced Raido Kuzunoa from Devil Summoner, with Dante as a guest character due to Devil May Cry's popularity. The HD remaster restored Raido as an option so the player could have access to both characters. 9. The world's design was inspired by Escher paintings. The Vortex world, an apocalyptic Tokyo reshaped into a demonic labyrinth, features surreal recursive landscapes inspired by M.C. Escher's impossible geometry. There's 3 different names for the Demi-Fiend found in the media of the game. 1. Naoki Kashima was first in the CD radio drama that was close to the original launch date. In the light novel adaptation released later that year, the Demi-Fiend is given the name Shin Managi. Even later on, with the release of Nocturne manga adaptation, the Demi-Fiend is called Kazuya Uma. 11. The original Japanese release had no voice acting. The HD remaster added full voice acting, including the legendary Persona voices like Yuri Lowenthal, Matador, and Tara Platt, Hikawa. 12. The game has multiple game over screens. Dying to normal enemies shows a demon taunting you, but losing to fiends, super bosses, triggers unique, creepy game over screen with distorted laughter. 13. Pixie can become a permanent party member. If players refuse to fuse their starting Pixie, she can evolve into a High Pixie and later Queen Mab, referencing a fan favorite S&T tradition. 14. Candelabra Puzzle. The Candelabra is an interesting one because it's the labyrinth of a mala dungeon that features not only rotating candelabras, but a test of patience that many players have to solve just by brute force by engaging the enemies. And the last one is the fact that it directly influenced what Persona 3 would come from. Nocturne's success led Atlus to greenlight Persona 3, which adapted its dark tone and press turn system, simplified as one more. Thank you so much for listening to all of the interesting facts and lore about this game. Thank you so much for listening to the entire YouTube video. Please consider subscribing, leaving a like, and commenting. I'd love to hear all of your feedback on areas of improvement or even just general synopses that you feel were insufficient, all of which will help me grow. I appreciate you and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.